So whenever she first saw Annabelle, there was this scene in the movie where the baby gets yeeted away from a demon into the wall.
Hello everybody, it is still spooky season on this channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Gregory.Siegel. I am a filmmaker, and today we're going to be talking about horror villains, and the best way I think to do that is to actually bring on the person that knows the most about horror villains in my life, and that is my son, Aiden. He turns 10 next month, and he already knows more about horror movies than you do, I'm sure. All right, so when it comes to horror villains, obviously you'll have a chance to do your list first.
I'm doing a worst to best one.
You're gonna do worst to best?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how many do you have, like 10?
I don't know how many.
We decided last night that we were gonna do this today, so this is probably gonna be the most chaotic. Both of us have ADHD. So
yes, we do.
So this is probably going to be the most...
I can't even remember where I put my phone sometimes.
I know.
And this guy sometimes says, "Where are my glasses? They're on your face, doofus."
Yeah. We don't have a plan. We don't know what we're talking about. And we're just going to see how this video plays out, I guess. So let's get started. So do your countdown. How should we do this? Do you want me to do all mine and then you do all yours? Or we start with 10, I give mine, and then you give yours?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, we'll do that. I've never been a fan of the Halloween franchise, really, except for Rob Zombie's version.
I think I'm gonna have to go with The Nun, though. The Nun from the Conjuring franchise. The Nun movie was not scary. Like, sure, I got a few jump scares whenever I saw that. Luckily, people are saying The Nun 2 is better, so...
Yeah? Okay.
No.
Okay, all right. Anyway, so my number 14... is probably going to be Jason. I'm sorry. I've never liked Friday the 13th. I even growing up as a fan of horror, all my friends would talk about how much they loved that franchise. That Jason X movie came out when I was about your age.
That was the worst one of them. The last Jason movie was Jason X, right? Wasn't that the last Friday the 13th movie?
Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to talk about. Because Freddy vs. Jason is a very cool movie because it's about two of one of my favorite horror villains fighting each other and also having gruesome kills. I've
never been a fan of slasher films. Like, I don't think they're interesting. They just don't ever do anything for me. I need a more unique, captivating story. I like things that are more mysterious. I like things that are more like paranormal. But that's just me. Everybody has their own taste, so don't come for me in the comments. It's just my opinion.
Not the most of the terrifying dolls. We can give that award to Annabelle. And you know something about my mom that happened during when you two saw Annabelle. Yeah. I'm just going to say it right now. My mom was, don't laugh at her, please. She was just kind of scared of this movie. So whenever she first saw Annabelle, there was this scene in the movie where the baby gets yeeted away from a demon into the wall. Hey, put those glasses back on and stop laughing. The baby got thrown onto the wall, and my mom thought that was going to happen to me since I was a baby at that time when she was watching that movie.
So I'm on my number 8 now, right? Mm-hmm. Is that the number we're at, or am I on 7?
No, you're on 8 because we all
Wait, no, I'm on 13. Oh, but we're not doing 15.
I would like to if we would do 15.
But we're actually going to 10 now, so this is
we're going to have to restart the whole list. Well, my number 8 spot... Oh, so all of these are... Okay, I'm not going to say anything. Number 8 is, Shut up. This one. Oh, Leatherface.
Leatherface, okay.
From the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. All he does is just shred people's skin off, and yes, that is a very scary...
Oh my god, that is terrifying.
Yeah, it might be a scary concept, but like they made so many movies of him.
Moving on.
My number 7 spot goes to Conjuring 2, wherever the dog turns into the crooked man and goes after the little boy, and he just like... But like, it's scary because you know... So your number 5 spot was Samara?
Samara, yeah, Samara is my number 5
I keep on calling her Samara. Samara is your number 5 spot?
Yes.
My number 5 spot goes to one of the 2 creepy dolls that I'm going to add in my top 5, Annabelle.
Okay, wow, yeah.
Absolutely horrifying, especially with her face, and also the fact that a demon possesses her. What's your number 4 spot?
My number 4 spot is actually going to be the demon from Insidious. I really like the one
In
when
the 5th movie?
Well, the first movie, actually. I think that the demon from Insidious is the most scary and most effective in the scene from the first movie when he's standing in the room over the boy's bed. That, to me, is so effective, and I always thought it was really scary.
There he is.
Oh, yeah, Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Not to be confused with Poltergeist, my movie.
No, Poltergeist, a completely different movie.
Your number 4 is Poltergeist.
No,
That's a good one.
my number 4, the Jack-in-the-Box clown from Poltergeist.
Oh,
the one that grabbed the kid and then dragged him under the bed.
That's a good one.
The scene whenever the man walks into the bathroom and then the reflection of him just starts peeling off his skin.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too. Freddy Krueger.
Ooh, okay. Why?
In my top 3, because I love the fact that it's both a scary concept with a really good character design and backstory, but he also still somehow finds a way to be funny, and it's a really good combination of both. I just really like it.
Fun fact, my number 3 is also Freddy Krueger.
Okay, there we go. For the same reasons?
For the same reasons, but there's also one more reason. It's because of how scary some of his scenes are whenever he's like in the dream world. Like, remember there's that one scene whenever he extends his arms towards like the storage crate. What's your number 2 spot?
My number 2 spot is going to be Sadako from Ringu. And that's what I was talking about earlier, because I think that the Japanese version of The Ring is so much scarier than the American version. And just the way that Sadako moves and the way that she like comes out of the TV and the fact that you don't see her full face.
My number 2 spot is Billy the Puppet from Saw. I would put him in my number 3 spot if it wasn't because of the brand new Saw X
yeah. Did you see that clip? Did you see it?
Yep, saw it. It was so scary. So like, if you guys haven't seen it, which you probably have if you're a Saw fan, but if you haven't, there's this guy who gets hooked up to this chair. There's this goggle on his eyes, and there's tubes into his eyes, and the acid will get poured into your eyes if you don't break your finger. And there's this just one badass moment wherever he pulls the lever, and then his finger just goes.
I know, it's so bad. I was like, man, because in the past, like Saw movies have been just kind of over the past few years, but this one actually looks like
Spiral
it's
from the Book of Saw wasn't that bad, especially with that intro moment with the tongue and the train.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's been getting better, but I really think that this one's going to recapture a lot of the magic from
especially
the first
since it's going to be in between both Saw and Saw 2.
Yeah.
It's going to bring back some old characters.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm really excited.
It's going to bring back some more gruesome traps. It's going to bring back the fact that we're going to get some very gruesome and oversimplified gore.
All right.
One more honorable mention I have to give to the Xenomorph from Alien.
Okay, I was going to have that as my honorable mention because obviously, for those of you who know me, know that the Alien franchise is my favorite franchise of all time.
If you've seen his old videos inside of his room, you don't know this, but because the camera would usually be facing this way, on the side he actually has an original Alien poster from the first movie.
Yeah, I've got that original poster, so it is my favorite franchise, but I wouldn't consider the Xenomorph a horror movie villain just because I almost consider it more dark sci-fi personally than horror. When I think horror villains, I think like the classic. So my number 1 is actually different than you would think it would be. It's actually Final Destination, Death. And the reason why I put Death from Final Destination is because you don't ever see it. It's a concept. You just see how things are going to play out where these people end up dying. And it gives you so much anxiety because you're like, wow, this is something that could happen in real life.
Okay, I'll just give it to this one because not for the sake of it being scary, but for the sake of the movie being so scary that it made everyone want to throw away DVDs of this movie.
Oh?
Do you know this?
Is it Reagan from The Exorcist?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, there we go, yeah. That's a good one. That is a really, really good one because historically, when we're talking about movies that, really changed the game in horror,
it's definitely
The Exorcist. Yeah, for sure. Like and subscribe, and we'll see.
And make sure you see Culturegeist.
Yes, Culturegeist will be coming out at the beginning of next year, and I'll keep you guys updated on it.
And there's also multiple posters outside if you haven't seen them.
I'll be coming to your city to hand out posters in downtown areas. I'm actually going to the Central States next month sometime. I'm going to be going to Little Rock, Memphis, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Texas, Shreveport, Louisiana, maybe New Orleans. I'm going to be going everywhere. So,
In states?
yeah, I'm going to go to different states and hand out posters. And
How? You can't drive to Texas.
yes, I can. I've driven to Oklahoma City before. It's where I'm from. All right, guys. Thanks for
Whatever.
joining us. Bye.
Bye-bye.